Hi, this is me, and just to let you know that I got my delivery today on my Tascam DP008, and as we speak, just about to set it up. So once we get it up and running, I'll show you how it works. This is another look at the box that it came in, and I'm getting very excited. This is the Pocket Studio Tascam DP008. Once I get it out of the box, I'll show you what it actually looks like, so you'll get a rough idea of how big the unit is. Hi, my name is Dave Marks, broadcasting here live from Beckenham. I'm making this video because I just want to show you all how the DP008 works. It's a recording studio, and I'm a vocalist myself, I'm a singer myself, and I wanted to buy something budget range, and I must say I've actually heard the sound quality on these videos, on the last two videos I've done, and the last two tracks I've recorded right here in my front living room, and I must say they sound absolutely awesome and they sound professional. I haven't had any feedback yet from any record companies or anyone famous, but I'm seriously hoping to, because this thing that I bought is really superb, it's excellent, and when I first bought it I was a bit cautious as to actually buying it, because I wasn't sure if it's going to be working properly. The other thing I wanted to say was the people you could buy it from, there's many stores that actually sell this product, right? Okay, but there's one store where I bought mine from, which is actually Absolute Music, and if you just Google Absolute Music on Google, you'll find them on there, and I must say they have been absolutely excellent, superb, and unlike a few other stores, they do know what they're talking about as well. Okay, so, but anyway, stand by. I'll actually show you how the DP008 works, because the problem I found with it was, prior to me buying it, was I was watching all these videos, and I still was unawares actually how it actually worked. If you're just a vocalist like me, I saw all these musicians on there, and they were showing how it worked through their synthesizers, guitars and whatever, but there's no one actually on here, on YouTube anyway in particular, that's actually demonstrated how the DP008 works as a vocalist. So it's quite complicated, so unless you actually work in the music industry yourselves, then obviously you wouldn't have much problem in sort of operating it, but on the whole, once you know how and you get the gist of it, it's quite an easy thing to use. It's quite straightforward, and what I like about the DP008 is budget price as well. Over here in the UK it's £219, and I purchased mine from Absolute Music, who are based down in Dorset, but you can get it from other websites and other stores, so stand by, because I just want to show some people out there who are a bit naive like I was how to work it, okay, and stand by then. Right, before you start, before you even buy the DP008, many vocalists and many musicians will know you need a decent studio sort of microphone, really, budget range. So I bought this, and obviously I bought this from Absolute Music as well. It's a Shure PG58 microphone, and the sound quality on this is absolutely superb. I must admit, and I bought the last one from Absolute Music. And I bought it for I think it was £42. So if you're going to start a project or something like this, recording project, yeah, do yourself a favour and buy yourself a very good, reasonably budget price microphone, you don't have to go overboard. You don't have to, you know, pay out a lot of money, because I haven't got a lot of money to spend either. I will say this microphone was well worth purchasing, and as I say, I did buy it from Absolute Music. It's a Shure PG58 microphone, and that's all you need really, if you're starting off like me with recording sessions. And as you can all see, it's about the same size as a paperback book. It's not very big, although it looks a bit deceiving on the videos, because you know, it looks a lot smaller than what it is. But when I actually opened the box and set it all up and all that, I was quite surprised. It is quite big. I mean, as I say, it's probably about the same size as a novel really. But this is all set up and sort of raring to go now. Unfortunately, I haven't got speakers, right? But what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and put one of my recordings as background music, so you can hear how good this thing is, right? I'm over the moon. I'm very pleased with it actually. It's one of the best things I've bought for a long time, right? And I'm hopefully going to be getting something out of it as well. So stand by and I'll talk you through how to actually work this, right? Okay. Unfortunately, because I've got no speakers at the moment, there's no sort of like sounds or anything. But don't worry about that. As I say, I'll try and put some. I'll try and put one of my tracks I've recently recorded on as background music, so you'll hear how good it is anyway, right? It's a very professional kit, this, okay, and I love it. I think it's superb. It does everything I want it to do. Right, for starters, okay, this is just for starters. If you note down here, it's got two built-in condenser, not condenser, but it's got two built-in internal mics, yeah? I must admit, for two built-in internal microphones, they're not bad, they're not brilliant, okay? But I've only had this unit now for like 2 days, so you know, I've got to get used to them without using the PG58. But they're not bad. I've listened back to some of the playbacks on them when I first got this unit, okay, and I was quite impressed with the internal microphones anyway. But that's another look at it. See, it's got USB kit, USB socket. It's pretty easy to actually transfer your WAV files from the computer to the unit itself. I don't know if you can actually see this, okay, but there's the USB port, okay. That's the SD card. You get an SD card with it, that comes with it, and I think it's 2 gigabytes, the SD card. When I first got this, I couldn't find it anywhere, but it was already in the unit anyway, so I drove mad, the shop that I got it from. But anyway, as I drive everyone mad anyway. But this is from the side view. Okay, so this is that's the USB port, as you can see. Okay, and then you've got the SD card right next to it. I mean, if you want to, it's up to you. But you might, if you've got a card reader in your PC, like I've got. Not only can you use the USB port, but you can also use the USB card reader as well in your PC, in your computer, right? And round the back here, round the back of the unit here, you can see the you've got a guitar output in that. You've got your input for your condenser microphones, and obviously that's them there. And that's for your CD player, and obviously you've got a thing here also for your headphones and for the volume for the headphones, which is there, as you can see. That's for your that's like if you want to plug a CD player into it, or another recorder. that's your microphones, okay, and this is obviously for the I'm not sure what that's for, to be honest with you. I think that's for the guitars or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure that's for the guitars, and that's your foot switch for the guitars as well if you want to tune it. And by the way, this unit has actually got a guitar tuner on here as well. As you can see, it's got a handy little dial there, as you can see, and you've got rewind, play, stop, auto punch, record. You've got metronome on there, you've got the tuner on there, all the usual stuff, the menu, the home buttons, undo, redo, and the history, which I found quite handy. And then these are for your input for your microphones, and you've got the reverb and you've got the equalizer. There it is, all set up, all ready to go on the as you can see, the internal microphones are actually picking my voice up at the moment, as you can see. I've not got the condenser microphone plugged in, okay, but the the internal microphones, right, is picking my voice up, as you can see by the display. And also, this is another handy thing this has got on this unit. It's got phantom power, which you do need. I must admit, it's quite handy to have phantom power on the microphone. Word of advice, those of you that know what you're doing, you know this anyway, but those of you like me, a bit naive, you know, and all that, and this is a new thing to you, be careful with the phantom power surge with the microphone, yeah? Okay, because if you have it up too high, you'll just blow the unit, okay? That's another thing that I wanted to tell you all. But as you can see, you've got reverb, okay? There's your reverb for your tracks. It's an eight track studio, Porter Studio, so you can add anything you want, background vocals, you know, instruments, guitars or whatever, on, because you've got 8 different tracks to play around with, although I only just use 2, which suits my purpose really. There you've got your levels for your balances and all that, right? Okay, when you're recording, make sure, if you're recording vocals, for example, make sure you pan to the left and pan to the right, because otherwise, if you don't do that, it's going to come out as a mono recording, right? Which I'm sure you don't want, basically. And then just below is your record levels, okay? And as I say, as you can see, you've got like eight different tracks of the record levels, right? Now, how you actually do this is basically it works like this, yeah? Okay. I don't know if you can actually see the gauges properly and all that. Right. The first thing you do is you transfer your track, your backing track, from your PC or your laptop or whatever. I think it works on Mac as well. I think it works on all different computer platforms. First thing you do is you transfer your WAV file. It's got to be a WAV file as well, okay? Your WAV file backing track onto the unit itself from your PC or your laptop, right? Okay. And then what you then do is, once you've got it on the unit and you know you've got the backing track that you want to record on the unit, okay, what you then do is you press play. Now, unfortunately, I haven't got speakers, but as you can see, the track that I'm playing now is quite clearly playing, yeah? Okay. Now, what you do is, when you plug your microphone in, I normally go for tracks 3 and 4 for my microphone, right, for the vocals, yeah? Okay, there they are there, yeah? Now, if I wanted to, say, record my vocals, yeah? I hit these buttons here, which is like 3 and 4. Okay, so as you can see, they're flashing and they're ready to go, yeah? Okay, now if I wanted to record my vocals, yeah? Okay, I'm not going to, obviously, but it's all raring to go, yeah? And then what you do then is you press this button here, auto punch and play, okay? You press auto punch and play, okay, together, or you press that or first and then play, okay? And then you're recording, right? Okay. Once you press these buttons here, these stop flashing and these lights here stay on permanently, okay? Right? But once you record your track, you then go on to bounce, okay? You can bounce the track then down, okay? And then once you bounce the track down, you then go on to master record and master record it, okay? And then you master play it and then save it, and then export it back to your PC. It's as simple as that. And these buttons here, in and out, by the way, you can actually repeat the track as well. If you get to a certain point of the track you want to repeat it or go back to it, you can do. And also there's in and out buttons here, right? So once you bounce the track down, what you then do is you go back to the multi-track, okay? You play the track through again, and then you start it off as 0, 0, 0 and you press in, and when you've finished you press out, okay? You have to do this because otherwise if you don't do this right, it's not going to master record. So that's it basically in a nutshell. There's not much else to tell you. You could do other things with this as well. As I said earlier on, you can actually, if you wanted to, you can actually back your recording up on an SD card, which comes with the, which actually comes with the unit itself. Okay, but just make sure whatever you do, you're careful with the phantom power, because it will blow. And in the end you'll just have to send the product back to you know, either get another one or pay for it to get repaired, right? Okay, so make sure when you do your recordings you don't have the phantom power up too high, because otherwise it could be fatal. And that's about it. So anyone watching this video, I hope I helped you a little bit. There's a bit more involved with this unit than one would think, okay? But because I've been quite lucky, because I bought this from a top professional store, they kind of taught me through it. But as I say, anyone that doesn't know anything about this, and this is the first time like me, you know, that's what I'm saying, buy it from Absolute Music, because as I say, they do know what they're talking about, and they will help you, as long as you're nice to them, of course. Anyway, it's me signing off then, and I hope I've helped some of you out there if you're watching this video. So take care, and enjoy the recording that I've done recently. Hopefully I'll be able to put it on here. Okay, take care then. Bye. And this is just finally and most easily, this is the instruction book that comes with it. It's like a bloody Bible, this is, and that. But my advice to anyone is make sure you read the instructions on it. As you can see, it's quite an intense thing, really. I mean, I'll be honest with you, there's still a lot to learn with this anyway. But this is like the instruction manual. So as long as you've got an understanding store that understands your needs, which one would say, you should be fine. Once you get to grips with it, once you pick up the basics with this, okay, then I'm sure you won't have any problems. So this is David Marks. The time is exactly now 5:30. Recording live from Beckenham in Kent. Signing off. Hope you enjoy the video.